Hey guys, welcome to another bite-sized review. I'm actually really enjoying doing these videos because they don't require a whole lot of attention, so I can put a lot of my attention into my more, higher produced videos, but I can still get some content out to you guys. So it's been really fun to do that, and I thought it'd be fun, to still kind of go down the line and break down some things that you haven't been able to see in detail yet that I have. So today we're going to talk about the 2012 release of the Dark Knight trilogy on Blu-ray. Now, this is the trilogy that came out. This box set. You know what the trilogy is? It's Dark Knight trilogy, but this is the box set that came out right after Dark Knight Rises released. So when Dark Knight Rises first released onto Blu-ray in 2012, maybe it was 2013. I don't remember. It was shortly after the movie was out of theaters. This came out as well. So it's kind of like how Rise of Skywalker right now has just come out, and at the same time as Rise of Skywalker coming out, they came out with the Skywalker Saga, which has all of the movies in it. Well, this is kind of the same idea. So this is the first time they released this in a trilogy box set, and they had this version, and then I think they had a DVD version, but I'm not sure. But this one is the one that I have. So I just wanted to kind of break it down for you because it's kind of cool. So on the front here, you have, the Batman mask. You have Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, which is what the trilogy is, the Chris Nolan trilogy of Batman movies with Christian Bale as Batman. On the back, you have the bat symbol, the broken bat symbol, which is kind of cool. This isn't really an unboxing, so I don't really want to show off all those stupid details. I hate those videos where the people are like, oh my god, look at this, and they read you out everything on it. I don't want to do that. But, yeah, it's actually really well done. It feels very, like, velvety, kind of almost. It's very high quality box. It's not super flimsy or anything. So when you take this out, first thing we'll look at is they give you the art and making of the Dark Knight trilogy. Now, I think this is just something that I think they have a bigger book version of this, like a hardbound coffee table book that you can get of this, but this is kind of just like a little smaller copy of just a few pages from that. I think that's what that is. I don't know for sure, but it just has art from all the movies in it, like Batman Begins and all that stuff. Kind of has some random like concept drawings and things like that. It has, and it has it from all the movies. So it has, Batman Begins, Dark Knight. So for instance, here's a page from Batman Begins. It shows Batman Year One, a panel from Batman Year One, Dave Mazzucchelli's art, and then it has kind of the scene, and it has the concept art on the other side. And then you kind of keep going. It has some actually really cool. I haven't seen a lot of the concept art in these before. Before I had this, it's kind of cool to see. Here's from Dark Knight Rises, the destroyed football field. So it kind of goes through those, goes through all the different costume designs, cowl configurations, things like that you saw in some of the special features. Here's a page out of Dark Knight, which has Heath Ledger with his makeup, and it has Aaron Eckhart as a Harvey Dent Two-Face, kind of the CG that went along with that, and then you have some concept art here with some descriptions on kind of what they were looking for. You have Bane. It's kind of a fun little book. It's nothing too crazy, like it's not like just this most in-depth thing ever, but it's kind of a nice little addition besides having the movies. So yeah, it's kind of fun, and it's not super thick or anything. It's just a little tiny booklet that squeezes in with the DVDs. Next is onto the actual box set. It looks the same as the front of the slip. On the back, you have kind of just the information on the other movies. But the cool thing is when you flip this open, you have all the movies here. Batman Begins, Dark Knight in the middle with the special features, and then Dark Knight Rises with the special features. And all the bat symbols are different. You kind of have the pure bat signal for the birth of Batman. You have, kind of a spray painted Joker looking one for Dark Knight, and you have a broken one for Bane. But I don't think I'm ever going to need to really rebuy these. They now come out in 4K. They have all these different copies and editions of them now, and I don't think I'm ever going to rebuy them. Blu-ray's good enough quality for me, especially with movies like this that are very film-centric. They're not very digital, or there's not a whole lot of special effects. it's clear enough picture for me, unless there's just something that completely jumps beyond 4K that is like the difference between a tube TV and an HD TV. I don't think I'm really going to ever need to rebuy these for any reason. I just really like this version, and I really like the copy of it, and it's just kind of fun. The special features are pretty in-depth, even in the Batman Begins one. I know that there's like just one disc for that one, but there's quite a few, kind of how it came to be and what was going on at the time at DC and what they were looking to do for the movies. Dark Knight has a lot of stuff about the Bat-Pod and Joker, and there's a massive viral campaign that went on with this movie that they kind of talk about. They did a lot of detailed news stuff with Anthony Michael Hall, who plays like the news anchor in the movie. They did so many segments for Gotham Tonight or whatever it was called that they have all those on there, which it's kind of fun to watch those, because there are things that would be on in the background of the movie that you would never even see, but they just made them to make them that much more immersive for the movie. So it's kind of cool to see that. It's pretty much the same special features that you got in the DVD release when it first came out, but it's still cool to have them on here as well. Same with Dark Knight Rises. I never bought Dark Knight. I mean, I bought these two on Batman Begins and Dark Knight. I bought them on DVD when they came out. And then I upped them to Blu-ray when I bought this. And so this is the only version of Dark Knight Rises I ever purchased, was just this Trilogy box set. And I just really wanted it. So, nothing too crazy about it. It's very simple. I kind of like that about these box sets, is I like box sets that have, they're not these massive... just like even like the Batman animated series one, it's cool to have because it's my favorite series, and there's a lot of really cool things that they give you with it. But I feel like the more they do that, the more it feels like they're not emphasizing the movies themselves. So this is kind of a classy one for that sense, because you just get this little booklet, short, simple, just a few little cool behind the scenes things on here. You got all the villains on the back. I forgot to show that, but just a kind of like a fun little thing that comes with it. And then there's no like toys or anything special with this. It's just the movies, and that's what you want, is the movies. And so it looks good on the shelf. Batman animated series, I love that box set, and I really do, but it's one exception to having a lot of that stuff in it. But there are times that when you put this up against it, but not even based on the content, just on the way they put the boxes together in the box set, I kind of prefer these a little bit more, because they just are short, sweet. You get what you want out of it. It doesn't look like it was just thrown together and cheap, but it also doesn't look like it was overly done to kind of conceal the fact that these aren't good movies or something. So that's kind of nice. But that's going to be it for this review. I know it's a short and sweet one. I'm trying to keep them as short as possible, under 10 minutes if possible. And if you have any things that you've seen in like my Nerd Room tour, or anything that you've seen in any other videos, like in the background of my live streams or something that you want me to talk about more, feel free to let me know, and I can do a bite-sized review on it, and we can discuss it there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you guys next time.